I am thrilled to be back at the Lion's Paws at St. Olaf College. The last time I was here was with my fellow classmates, partying like it was 1999 in this space, as we had watched this building get constructed for 2 years, and had the privilege and opportunity as the graduating class to get a taste of what you've all been able to experience. So I am thrilled and honored to be back and to share the stage with professors that have impacted my life and my experience at St. Olaf, and to be hearing from fellow students and alumni about ideas and networks and opportunities to change the world. And so my feedback today, my comments are really going to be about that power of the network. I thought it was really fun today to have prospective students here, families, students, thinking about, is this a community, a network that I want to be part of? And so I thought just to spend a few seconds about who is this guy, why have I been invited to share some feedback. So I am a graduate in 1999, came to St. Olaf with the hope and dream to be a doctor. I made it through week 1 with that dream intact. And the honest counsel of the pre-medical orientation and the realization that the love for biology and people was not going to be able to exceed the challenges confronting me with chemistry allowed me to take a wonderful first-year economics class with Professor Mark Pernicke, and that was the door that opened for me to pursue an economics major. The most important connection, clearly, that I made at St. Olaf was to, again, in large part due to retired now Professor George Holt and his family relationships class, in which I had the chance to sit next to my future wife, Maren Melhus. And so the first and most important connection for me was made here at St. Olaf. Live in Roseville, have 3 young Oles in training, 7, 4, and 3. So if they're watching at home on the computer, hi Bergen, Annika, and Ingrid. Hope to see you here someday. And there's little Lars. So I want to talk about choose your own adventure. And again, I might be dating myself. I grew up as a kid reading these books by the stack, these choose your own adventure stories where, Escape from the Black Mist, and it was like a 60-page quick read, but it was all about turn to page 13 if you're going to turn right on the stairwell, or turn to page 12 if you're going to choose to go down into the basement. And it was all about decisions, choices, without information about what are you going to do next. And I thought that's an interesting way to think about networking. In my day job, I'm a partner at KeyStone Search. We're an executive search firm that gets hired by nonprofits, foundations, colleges, universities, businesses to go out on their behalf and network with people who are not looking for a job to see if they are interested in learning more about what it is that we have to tell them about. And as you have the chance to interview now the 5 years that I've been there, thousands of executives, professionals, and you're listening to their story, it really is, each of our stories is a unique choose your own adventure. And I want to tell you a quick story about, this is literally, and I don't even know if they have these anymore, but this is, when I was a sophomore at St. Olaf, this is a physical alumni directory of all of the alums, all of the shared stories, 36,000 living St. Olaf graduates right now. Almost 13,000 of those Oles living in the Minneapolis-St. Paul greater metropolitan area. And that struck a real chord with me. Here I was as a student on the Hill, having a great time, wonderful economics classes, talked with a couple of friends of mine, Nils Snyder and Ted Hillestead, and we started putting our heads together, not unlike the amazing Stowe Talks team here that's pulled this together. We started a group called SOAP, which stood for the St. Olaf Alumni Partnership, which ultimately became the Student Alumni Association of SGA that I know is now here on campus and hopefully doing the continuation of connecting you as students with alumni who want to be helpful, want to tell you their story. So what I would like to do, and this is a little risky, but I'm going to try it, is I have this literal official alumni directory, so I'd just like someone to call out a page number between 1 and 680. Okay, I heard 42 first. So I'm going to turn to page 42. Just give me 1 second here, and we're going to read through some of the stories that might exist that you could connect with. So here's an example. Robin Bedgood, class of '85, a recruiter with Alternative Resources Corporation. Kent Bedhoon, class of 77, got his master's in social work from Catholic University of America, is now a psychotherapist and leader of the Montgomery General Hospital in Olney, Maryland. Let's see, who else is here? We have Joseph Begg, class of 73, Dean of Students for Anoka-Hennepin County School District. We have another, Emily Beers, class of 88, Director for the Bethel Area Chamber of Commerce. So, the point is, in any of this, the Choose Your Own Adventure, if there's an action item that I want to have you leave with today, and we're talking about the power of making change, the reality is in this interconnected world of multiple networks, things get done through relationship networks. And as a St. Olaf graduate, we all identify with our class. But let me tell you, when you're out in the world, you run into another Ole, if it's someone who graduated 60 years ago, someone who graduated a year ago, there's a bond. And the fact that you have a shared St. Olaf experience is impactful, it's important, and it's going to allow you to get things done in your professional, personal, civic, spiritual lives as your life unfolds. And so I encourage you to act. That is the piece today that I hope you will leave with, is that when I look at my St. Olaf experience, it consisted, yes, I was a class of 99, but what my mini networks of St. Olaf was that I was an economics major. I played soccer. I was involved in student government. I helped start this soap organization. I traveled abroad to study in South Africa over a J term. And those networks of friends, those people that I had those experiences with, I keep in touch with today. In fact, again, some of them are probably watching this live somewhere, wondering what the heck happened to my hair and what happened to my waistline, but hello. It's me. What I encourage you to do is literally, there are wonderful staff, faculty on campus here, and I remember talking to my friends, and here I was kind of this nut job that had read through the alumni directory as a sophomore, and what's that guy's deal? But senior year starts to approach, and oh crud, what am I going to do after I graduate? I got to find a job or a graduate program. There are wonderful staff and faculty on campus in the admissions office, in the advancement division, in the alumni office, in the new Center for Vocation and Careers that's going to be coming here online. These are people who want to help you connect with Oles. Oles will respond to your email, they will take your phone call, and the challenge is that they're not going to call you. You're going to have to reach out to them. We're all busy. We're all connected, and you need to pay it from. Okay? So many Oles have paid it forward to me. I look back, I was an Estenson intern, set up by Regent Mark Johnson, an Estenson internship program where I had the experience to intern for a St. Olaf co-founded St. Olaf company. Have kept in touch with that cohort of fellow interns, those sponsors. Now, almost 15 years later, that program continues. The deal is, many have paid it forward over many generations for all of us to experience St. Olaf. And a financial contribution and a financial investment is a huge part of what's allowed that to happen. But it's also the social capital. It's the friendships, it's the encouragement, it's the support, it's returning an email, it's taking a look at your resume and saying, here's what I might do if I were you. And so what I really do encourage you to do today is on your to-do list is to reach out to, again, the alumni directory. I have this ancient physical copy, but you can go online through the Office of Alumni and Parent Relations. There's an alumni directory there with 36,000 Oles. Not counting the fact that there are 3,000 Oles following St. Olaf on Twitter, 4,000 Oles who belong to the LinkedIn group of St. Olaf, and almost 10,000 friends on St. Olaf's Facebook page. These are Oles who have already clearly expressed a desire to reconnect with the college. These are people who, if you were to drop an email, a direct message on Facebook and say, you know what, here's my story. I'm a X, my name is X, I'm studying X, Y, and Z. I would love your counsel on why did you choose to do what you do. And I can tell you, having hundreds and hundreds of these conversations, that there's about 0.003% of people who will not respond. And it's usually because it goes into their spam filter, they're out of the country, there's a family emergency, and their life is disjointed. But I want you to leave the day with, as you think about these ideas, these opportunities, this inspiration, how do I make that happen? How do I put that into action? And I want you, again, just to realize that we share a story. We share a story that was started 130 plus years ago, and that as an OLE, we connect with, we help each other, we pay it forward, and I just encourage you to reach out to an alum. Reach out to someone and say, share your story. You will grow, you will have new opportunities unfold before you, and again, the only thing in return is to think 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now, when that email or whatever device or whatever way we communicate with each other is happening then, is to respond in return and reach back out to those that are asking for your counsel and connection. So thanks again for having me. It's a thrill to be here, and thank you so much to the incredible Stowe Talks team that pulled this all together.